All right, guys, we're here for the backside disaster. Crazy maneuvers over here. Now, this is actually a really fun one. One of my favorite tricks to do in transition. I remember learning it a long time ago when I was young, and it was just one of those tricks that so satisfying when you do it. It's like almost like when you learn to kickflip or anything like that. It's just so satisfying. So today, we're gonna take it to the little quarter. So this is our quarter pipe that we do all the videos on just because it's a small quarter. The transition's really mellow. It's very easy to learn on. So hopefully you have a quarter pipe at your local skate park, or maybe you have one at home. I don't know. I wish I had one at home, but we got this. So the back disaster. So let's break it down. So I'm gonna come in at the quarter pipe. I'm goofy footed, so got the right foot forward. So what I like to do is I'll get like a pump on the bigger extension. So you want a little moderate speed. You don't want to be going too fast. You don't want to be going too slow, because like the other disaster, the front side, it's about the same. Just the only difference is we're going to be doing a backside 180 instead of the front side 180. So that's where the front side and backside disaster kind of, separates. So right here, I'm going to come in at the quarter pipe, good amount of speed. And the front side is that snapping of the ollie. But the back side, what I've always done, it's almost like a scoop. You just kind of scoop it, get in there, and then remember, we do not want to get hung up on the coping. So what we're gonna do is a little nose manual and get down. So I would say for the back disaster, what you're gonna want to do is have your ollies. We want to be able to do an ollie. There's a little ollie. And then the back 180, if you're not too good at a back 180, you don't necessarily need it. But something I think would help learning on the ground is almost like a backside power slide. So like a back 180 power slide, almost like but keep your body over your board. You don't want to be leaning one way left, leaning one way right, because then you're gonna slip out. So you want to be straight forward over your board, because just leaning left or right with the momentum on a disaster, especially if it's wax, this one's a little wax, so it's kind of fun because you can slide, you're gonna slip one way or the other. So that big thing is staying over your board. So trying to keep your shoulders and your knees kind of parallel. And then that's when we're gonna be doing the little nose manual to get in. And so let's see if I can do one right now without taking any takes. So we're gonna do it live right now. Enzo, think I got it? He thinks. So let's see. So backside disaster. I'll tell you everything that's going through my mind right now. Kind of hungry. It's Friday. I need to get some speed from this ramp, go down there, do kick turn. Let's get ready for the back disaster. So there we go. It's more of a scoop and not as much an ollie. So scoop it. Oh, see, that one I could feel wasn't gonna be good. That's what's always cool about the disaster. Once you hit it, you can run it out. But you have to really commit when you wanna go in. So that one didn't commit, so I didn't land it. So in the next clip, I'm gonna show you a couple little tricks that kind of might speed your way through this. So we'll try it on a couple different obstacles. So I'll see you in a second. All right, guys, so maybe you're not quite up to speed to try the backside disaster, and that's totally fine. Some tricks take months, some days, some you can learn pretty quickly. But we're here to show you kind of like maybe stepping stones to get to the point that you want. So I was thinking at the park, I'm like, what could we kind of learn the mechanics of the back disaster? And you can also do this with front disaster too. So we have this bank right here. And it's not really a crazy bank, but what I was thinking was you can probably learn the motion of that scooping kind of motion, that back kind of scoop, and then still be able to feel the ride away going down. So that's what we're gonna do right now. I'm gonna show you a couple different things. You can try it on say if you don't have a bank at the skate park, maybe if you have a pyramid, you can use that because it's essentially a bank that just will come to a point. You can use that as well. Or we have smaller coping that me and Enzo call the noping. It doesn't have any coping on the left side or the right side of the small quarter. So you can try it on that as well. But yeah, just come up and do it as many times as you need. Just come up to it, little back 180, kind of like power slide. And then just remember, you can get into a back disaster like that on mellow course, but you're gonna wanna get that little scoop. That little scoop is gonna be where it's at, just like a... So kind of practice that. Ooh, look, there's a quarter on the ground. How about that? 1993, I was 3 years old. Good luck right here, it was heads up as well. So that's gonna be kind of something that you can do, as well as on the ground. Just that little scooping motion, just a little. Just keep doing that. You don't really need to have the highest ollie for this because I feel like the quarter pipe does most of the work. So yeah, just kind of get that scooping motion. And then in our previous video on frontside disasters, I showed a little hack how to get into the quarter. We can go over that quickly right now, just what not to do. And it's hard at first. The first time you land this trick, you might do it kind of the improper way, the way that I kind of learned them. But the thing we're super crucial about is we don't want you to roll over the coping. It happens sometimes, you can get away with it, but we don't want to get stuck up there. So like I was saying, that little nose manual, so like right about here when I'm going in, I'm gonna put a bunch of pressure on my front foot and give it a little tap, and then you're gonna go in and make sure that you clear the coping with your wheels and trucks, and then it's home free right there. So that's kind of it. Well, actually, no. Come with me, Enzo. Let's go on a field trip. So maybe you don't have a bank or you don't have a pyramid, but maybe you have a small, little tiny quarter. I'll show you. You probably film it from here, Enzo. I've learned so many tricks. I think I've shown off a lot of tricks on that little thing. So you can learn back disaster on that. And the good thing is you're not gonna get hung up because there's no coping. So just kind of like a little, there we go. You can kind of just practice if you have something like that, and it's the same motion. It's the scoop, that little scoop I'm doing. And see, as you get more proficient at it, on that one, I did what I was telling you, not to get caught by the coping. Even though there is no coping over there, I'm doing the little nose manual. So more you get more prepared, then you can take it to a regular quarter. So I'll do it again right now. So that was just me practicing so my wheels and trucks do not get stuck on the coping. So that's the back disaster. And in the next clip, I'll do a bunch and it'll be fun. So see you in the next. Good. A lot of options.